Most people think an oil change is straightforward. You drain the old oil, put new oil in, and move on. But there's one mistake that costs owners $8,000. Not sometimes. Every single time it happens, that's the price. And most people don't even know they're making it until the engine fails. Here's the thing about oil. It's not just a lubricant that keeps parts from grinding together. The viscosity of that oil, how thick or thin it is, determines whether your engine lives or dies. Get it wrong, and you're not buying yourself a minor inconvenience. You're buying yourself a catastrophic engine failure. Tap that subscribe button and ring the bell so that you don't miss what's coming next. It is not required, but those clicks keep this channel rolling so that I can bring you the latest car content. This is what happens when you use the wrong viscosity. Let me be specific. The SAE, the Society of Automotive Engineers, has established viscosity grades for a reason. A 0-weight 30 oil behaves completely differently from a 10-weight 40 oil. A 5-weight 20 oil moves differently at cold temperatures than it does at hot temperatures. Those numbers matter. They matter more than most car owners understand. But viscosity grade is only half the specification. The API, the American Petroleum Institute, assigns service ratings like SP or SN+ that tell you how well an oil handles the demands of modern engines. Your owner's manual lists both. Most people only read one. Here's the problem. You go to a quick change place or even a dealership and you say, "I need an oil change." The person behind the counter looks at what you've got, and if they're not paying attention, they grab the wrong weight. Maybe they grab a thicker oil when you need a thinner one. Maybe they grab a thinner oil when you need something heavier. Or maybe they grab the right weight, but they grab conventional when you should have switched to synthetic 5 years ago. The moment that incompatible oil hits your engine, the clock starts. And modern engines with variable valve timing, VVT systems that continuously adjust cam timing based on driving conditions, are especially vulnerable. VVT actuators are driven entirely by oil pressure. Put in the wrong viscosity and the timing system can't respond correctly. You lose efficiency, power, and you add stress to components that were never designed to operate under those conditions. And here's where it gets expensive. Once a valve lifter collapses, it doesn't open all the way. That valve doesn't fully close. Compression is lost, the cylinder misfires, heat builds up in that cylinder, the piston temperature rises. Within a few hundred miles, the piston melts. Once a piston melts, your engine is done. There's no repair. You pull the engine out and you replace it. That's $4,000 to $8,000 depending on whether you go with a rebuilt unit or a new one. The data is clear. Blackstone Labs, which analyzes oil samples from thousands of engines every year, found that viscosity-related failures accounted for almost 20% of catastrophic engine failures they examined. 20%. That's not a rare occurrence. That's a pattern. Tap that subscribe button and ring the bell so that you don't miss what's coming next. It is not required, but those clicks keep this channel rolling so that I can bring you the latest car content. Here's what happens to your engine when the viscosity is wrong. Start with cold starts. In winter or even on a cool morning, your engine is cold. Cold oil is thick. If you've got an oil that's too heavy for cold starts, if you've got 20 weight or heavier oil when you should have 5 weight, that oil doesn't flow fast enough. Below 0 degrees Fahrenheit, a 0-weight oil flows and reaches critical bearings in under 10 seconds. A 10-weight oil in those same conditions can take close to a minute. The engine turns over either way. The starter motor labors. You might notice the car is harder to start, but what you don't see is that the oil is taking far too long to reach your cam bearings, your rod bearings, your main bearings. For those first critical seconds, you're running on a boundary layer of oil that's minutes old, not fresh oil that's flowing through your engine. Boundary layer lubrication is not real lubrication. It's metal on metal with just a few molecules of oil in between. Wear happens fast. After 1,000 cold starts on the wrong oil, you've worn your bearings by years' worth of normal driving. Now here's the other scenario. You've got an oil that's too thin. Let's say your engine was designed for 10-weight 30, and someone puts in 0-weight 20. On a warm day or in hot driving, that thin oil can't support the pressure your engine builds. When you accelerate, when you climb a hill, when you tow, any demand that raises engine temperature and pressure, that thin oil breaks down further. The viscosity drops. The oil film between your pistons and cylinder walls gets thinner. Friction increases, heat increases, metal-to-metal contact starts. Wear accelerates. This is particularly dangerous in GDI engines, gasoline direct injection, where fuel is sprayed directly into the cylinder rather than the intake port. GDI engines run hotter, build more carbon deposits, and are significantly more sensitive to oil viscosity breakdown under load. If you drive a modern GDI engine and you're running the wrong oil weight, you're accelerating that wear faster than you would in an older port-injected engine. Tap that subscribe button and ring the bell so that you don't miss what's coming next. It is not required, but those clicks keep this channel rolling so that I can bring you the latest car content. The Blackstone Labs data I mentioned earlier shows this progression clearly. They collected oil samples from engines running the wrong viscosity grade. In the first sample, taken at 5,000 miles, the iron content in the oil was elevated but manageable. In the second sample at 10,000 miles, iron concentration doubled. By the third sample at 15,000 miles, iron concentration had tripled. That iron is coming from your piston rings, your cylinder walls, your bearings. Your engine is grinding itself to pieces in slow motion. Here's how to fix it. Check your owner's manual, not the internet, not what a friend told you, not what the quick change place recommends. Your manual. It will specify the exact viscosity your engine needs, and it will list the API service rating, something like SP or SN+, and possibly an ILSAC certification like GF6. Newer vehicles, particularly anything built in the last 4 or 5 years, often require GF6 certified oil specifically. That certification affects fuel economy protection and deposit control in ways that earlier specifications don't. Write it all down. Take a photo of that page. Put it in your phone. The next time you need an oil change, you verify the oil you're buying before you drive away from the dealership or the change shop. But here's the pitfall. Many manufacturers now recommend multiple viscosity grades for different climates or driving conditions. Toyota might recommend 0 weight 20 for cold climates and 0 weight 35 for hot climates. Honda might have 3 different recommendations depending on whether you're driving in the Arctic or the desert. If you don't match your climate to the recommendation, you've just made the same mistake. You're running the wrong viscosity. Tap that subscribe button and ring the bell so that you don't miss what's coming next. It is not required, but those clicks keep this channel rolling so that I can bring you the latest car content. Synthetic blends. There's another pitfall. Synthetic blends. Some owners think synthetic oil has different viscosity specifications than conventional. It doesn't. A 0 weight 30 synthetic oil has the same SAE viscosity rating as a 0 weight 30 conventional oil. What changes is the performance at extremes. Synthetic oils maintain their viscosity better in cold weather and hold up better in heat. They also carry more robust additive packages, detergents, anti-wear compounds, dispersants, that do a better job keeping your engine clean under stress. But if you're using the wrong grade entirely, the benefits of synthetic don't matter. You've still got a viscosity mismatch. And here's the thing most people don't think about. You can have the right viscosity in your oil right now, but if you've already been running the wrong viscosity for months or years, the damage is done. Blackstone Labs sees this constantly. An owner realizes their mistake, switches to the right oil, and sends in a sample expecting everything to be fine. The sample comes back showing bearing wear that's already well advanced. The engine might last another 20,000 miles. It might last 50,000, but the clock is ticking. You've already shortened the life of your engine by years. I'm bringing this up because I've watched people make this mistake and only realize what happened when their check engine light comes on and the shop tells them their engine is failing. By then, it's $8,000 too late. You don't get a warning with a viscosity mismatch. You don't get symptoms that build slowly. You get engine failure suddenly. One day the engine runs. The next day a lifter collapses, a cylinder misfires, metal tears itself apart, and you're shopping for a new engine. If you haven't verified your oil viscosity in the last year, do it today. Pull your owner's manual. Find the exact specification, the viscosity grade, the API rating, the ILSAC certification, if your vehicle requires it. Then check your last oil change receipt. If it doesn't match, schedule an oil change with the correct viscosity as soon as possible. If you've been running the wrong oil for more than a few months, consider getting an oil analysis done. Blackstone Labs charges about $30 for a basic analysis. For that $30, you can find out whether your bearings are already suffering or whether you caught the mistake in time. That's the cost of oil, not the cost of the fluid itself, the cost of getting it right. Tap that subscribe button and ring the bell so that you don't miss what's coming next. It is not required, but those clicks keep this channel rolling so that I can bring you the latest car content.